I'm going to be reading from Against Civilization, Readings and Reflections, enlarged edition, which is edited by John Zerzan. Published by Feral House, and this edition is 2005, although it was originally published in 1999. I'm reading this because I think this is really worth hearing. The reading I'm going to be reading is Civilization in Bulk by David Watson, which was published in 1991, page 187. I should say that this is a collection. So it's a collection of different, I would say, writings that question the value of civilization. And John Zerzan is often labeled a primitivist or an anarcho-primitivist. And he's, I guess, the most famous writing is Future Primitive, which is published by Autonomedia. Civilization in Bulk. Having had the privilege of living for a time among stone-aged peoples of Brazil, a very civilized European of considerable erudition wrote afterwards, "Civilization is no longer a fragile flower to be carefully preserved and reared with great difficulty here and there in sheltered corners. All that is over. Humanity has taken to monoculture, once and for all, and is preparing to produce civilization in bulk, as if it were a sugar beet. The same dish will be served to us every day." Those words were written in 1955. Now that civilization is engulfing the entire planet, the image of the fragile flower has largely wilted. Some of civilization's inmates are remembering that the image was always a lie. Other ways of seeing the world are being rediscovered. Counter-traditions are being re-examined, escape routes devised, weapons fashioned. To put it another way, a specter haunts the heavy equipment as it chugs deeper into the morass it has made, the specter of the primal world. Devising escapes and weapons is no simple task. False starts and poor materials. The old paths are paved, and the material that come from the enemy's arsenal tend to explode in our hands. Memory and desire have been suppressed and deformed. We have all been inculcated in the official history. Its name is progress, and the dream of progress continues to fuel global civilization's expansion everywhere, converting human beings into mechanized, self-obliterating puppets, nature into dead statuary. The official history can be found in every child's official history text. Before the Genesis, which is to say before civilization, there was nothing but a vast oceanic chaos, dark and terrible, brutish and nomadic, a bloody struggle for existence. Eventually, through great effort by a handful of men, some anonymous, some celebrated, humanity emerged from the slime, from trees, caves, tents, and endless wanderings in a sparse and perilous desert, to accomplish fantastic improvements in life. Such improvements came through mastery of animals, plants, and minerals, the exploitation of hitherto neglected resources, the fineries of high culture and religion, and the miracles of technics in the service of centralized authority. This awe-inspiring panoply of marvels took shape under the aegis of the city-state and behind its fortified walls. Through millennia, civilization struggled to survive amid a storm of barbarism, resisting being swallowed by the howling wilderness. Then, another great leap forward occurred among certain elite and anointed kingdoms of what came to be called the West, and the modern world was born. The enlightenment of scientific reason ushered in exploration and discovery of the wilderness, internal psychic and external geographic. In the kingdom's official murals, the discoverers appear at one end, standing proudly on their ships, telescopes and sextants in their hands. At the other end waits the world, a sleeping beauty, ready to awake and join her powerful husband in the marriage bed of nature and reason. Finally come the offspring of this revolution: invention, mechanization, industrialization, and ultimately scientific, social, and political maturity, a mass democratic society, and mass-produced abundance. Certainly a few bugs remain to be worked out: ubiquitous contamination, runaway technology, starvation, and war, mostly at the uncivilized peripheries. But civilization cherishes its challenges and expects all such aberrations to be brought under control, rationalized through technique, redesigned to serve human needs forever and ever. Amen. History is a gleaming locomotive running on rails, albeit around precarious curves and through some forbidding tunnels, to the promised land, and whatever the dangers, there could be no turning back.